This video uses different carburetors. In the first picture we see a vertical pilot screw. Next we see a horizontal pilot screw. Some of the names can get a little confusing. Needle jet, jet needle. Pilot jet, pilot screw. When a motorcycle or a scooter sits with old gas, things have a way of clogging up. Once they're clogged up, it either doesn't run at all or it doesn't run right. Cleaning the main jet is very straightforward. You take out the components, clean them, and put them back in. When you run the motor, gas goes up through the main jet and directly enters the airstream. Cleaning the pilot jet is just like the main jet. You remove it, clean it, and reinstall it. Then, gas goes up this little passage through the pilot jet, but it does not enter the airstream the way the main jet does. Instead, it goes through this little passage. The gas then comes out of the 4 tiny holes at the base of the carburetor, as we see in this picture. I stuck a wire in here bent at a 90-degree angle to help clean those holes out. You can see how small they are. The leftover gas then continues on to the pilot screw. Finally, the gas enters the airstream through a slightly larger hole next to the 4 tiny holes. The first steps I took towards resolving the problem were to remove the pilot jet and pilot screw. I then sprayed carburetor cleaner and compressed air into these passages. I submerged the entire carburetor in an ultrasonic cleaner. While it did an amazing job on the parts and it's safe for plastic and rubber, it was still not able to clean this passage. Three levels of cleaning. Level 1. You remove the jets and clean them. If you're still having problems, then move on to Level 2 and increase the size of the pilot jet. Or, Level 3. Drill the copper plug on the outside of the carburetor so you can directly access the pilot jet passage so it can be cleaned with a wire. After trying a bunch of different pilot jet sizes in my scooter, I found that going from number 38 to number 46 eliminated my off-idle hesitation. But because my scooter only has one carburetor, it was pretty easy to find the correct pilot jet. But with multiple carburetors, it's likely that each carburetor will require a different size pilot jet in order to restore the original flow of gas. The problem with solution number 2 is that the pilot jet passage is still restricted, and the larger pilot jet just covers up the problem. At the factory, this carburetor was drilled from the outside and then plugged. Remove all traces of gas and remove the pilot screw. Flatten the round copper plug with a Dremel, file, or angle grinder to make it easier to drill. Next, make a mark with a nail to help guide the drill bit. Use a drill bit that's about 3/4 of the size of the copper plug to avoid enlarging the hole. Then use compressed air to blow away the shavings. Finally, as you can see in the picture, I was able to run a copper wire through the passageway. When you're finished cleaning, seal the hole back up with an epoxy like JB Weld. You can perform this procedure anywhere you see a copper plug. Here we see the passage for the electric choke. On my scooter, I no longer require an excessively high idle, and I can set things to the factory spec, and everything is stable. Now the acceleration is so smooth, I can't tell where the pilot jet ends and the main jet begins. As always, thanks for watching.